Now, let's talk a little about how we can take a screen from a design and get it built exactly as per the design using our favorite AI development environment. So I've already designed and developed the create lesson page on the left-hand side, and we can see that this particular design is to create a video lesson page where you can select the type of media you're going to include on this page, upload the media, and then set the different types of properties, and also provide downloadable resources for anyone consuming that lesson. So that page is already created. Now what I want to do is I want to build out this page, which is the page where students go to watch the video, right? I call it the video lesson page. So you can see the different elements, and this has already been carefully designed. It's got a player, okay, and it's got the actual title of the lesson, some lesson notes, okay, and then downloadable resources, and then the curriculum on the right hand side, and the progress, okay. Now you can see on the left hand side that all those elements are here when you create the lesson, okay, where we upload the video. Here the instructor can put in the lesson notes or the key concepts, and then upload downloadable resources, okay. So the creation page is what populates this page on the right hand side. So all we need to do is click on the design file and click on export, and I like to just do a zip file, and that basically packages up the file with an image and the front end code that we then can use and give to the developer, which is also just an AI agent, to then build this out. Okay, so I've already exported the file. I am now going back to my development environment, which I'm using Visual Studio, and I've just copied the file over here inside of my project folder, and I've prepared some instructions, and all I've just said to my AI agent is that I want to implement this particular design. And there's a few things on the design that I don't want at this point in time, so I'll just ask the agent to ignore those things. So the first thing I like to do is I always ask the agent to perform a gap analysis, right? Because I want to know if there's any gaps between what I want to show and what's available in the data. So let's hit on the go and wait for the agent to come back and let me know if there's any issues in creating this particular screen that I've given it. Okay. Now, what do I mean by are there any gaps in the design? Well, we are going to create this screen now, and all the data that needs to be available on this screen, which is a video lesson screen, all that data needs to come from the screen here on the left, right? The video, the lesson notes, and the downloadable resources. Okay. So the agent needs to do a gap analysis to make sure it's got information that it needs. For example, it's going to get the title, which is here, from the title field. When we created the lesson, the video is going to come from there to put here. This is going to be populated, these lesson notes, from here, right? And this section, downloadable resources, comes from here. And here is the outline of the course, which is the curriculum, which is needed to put over here. And this progress is calculated by which video the student is up to. Okay, so everything is available. So there shouldn't be any gaps. What I've asked the agent to do is ignore this open discussion and ignore this add your own note. I don't want to implement that at this point in time. That could be a version 2. Well, I don't need that for the minimal viable product. Okay, so let's go back to see what the agent has come back with. Now, this is good feedback. It's gone through, it's understood where everything's going to come from to populate the screen, right? So it's got the video player. It's stored all the yeses here. So it's saying here, we need a new table for marking a lesson as complete. Okay, great. Lesson notes, not applicable. That's fine. It's identified another new table for the progress. That's fine. To track progress of student. Needs another new table for completed lesson. I thought we already did the markers complete. Okay, so that's fine. So add your own note, open discussion. It's identified that I've asked it to ignore that in the design. And locked lessons, I said that previously. We don't want to lock any lessons, and that could be coming from, there might be a lock icon, and there's a lock icon over here on this design, right there. And in a previous discussion, I have said to my agent, I'm not implementing locked lessons. Every lesson is available to all members who have access to a particular course. So it's gone ahead and it's happy. So we can continue reading on, and the watch page shows a markers complete button, your course progress, and a completed check mark on the lessons. So it's going to create some additional tables. That's fine. We don't have authentication yet, and it's asking me, what do I want to do? Okay. So I'm going to answer this question. I'm going to get to start building the screen, and then we'll see what it builds. Okay. So the developer agent has now created the screen that we designed and sent through, and I can see that it looks exactly as per the design. We have the video player, we have the progress tracker, the actual outline of the course and what video, what lesson we are watching. The title's there, the complete mark as complete button is there, and the lesson notes are there, which is just this one line, and the downloadable resources. And let's now compare that with the design. So if I zoom in, yeah, that is actually, I would say 100% exactly as per the design. So you have the player, you have the progress, you have the outline, even the styling's perfect. I asked it to ignore, add your own note, and ignore open discussion, and we have the downloadable resources all in this panel. Absolutely perfect. And you can see that with one simple command, I've been able to develop the screen exactly how I've asked it to be developed. The design perfectly matches the build, or the build perfectly matches the design. And that's the benefit of working with Google Design Tool to first get the design and then give that design to the developing agent to then build out the screen. Because that way the developer agent knows exactly how you want it to look. So that is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding.